But she let this nigga convince her to come right back. You see how God work? You see how God work, man? God is a motherfucker. Because if she would have kept her ass at home with her nigga, she would have never went to jail on a murder charge. But because she wanted to be in the street and she wanted to motherfucking play with these niggas, she caught a motherfucking murder charge. Because she sacrificed everything to leave home in North Carolina and go play in New York with some nigga that she barely even knew, she caught a murder charge. That's why I be telling y'all, pay attention to what you're doing. Everybody ain't meant to be around you. Everybody ain't meant to be in your circle. Everybody ain't meant for you to fuck with. Everybody ain't meant to be around your kids. Everybody ain't be, hey bro, certain shit, you just gotta peep game. And she was so young, she wasn't gonna peep game. And most of these females, bro, they don't peep game. They don't peep game, my nigga. These niggas get dog walked, my nigga. They don't peep game. So she went back to work. He said she began hanging around with the bouncer from the club named Teron Ghostin. So she began hanging around a bouncer from the club named Teron Ghostin. They headed back to his apartment in New Jersey. They headed back to the apartment in New Jersey where the police would later find Plowden's laptop and clothes. Wow. So she sold the nigga shit to him. So she sold the nigga shit to Teron Ghostin. Let's keep it 100. She went back to the club with the laptop and the clothes of the nigga and sold it to a bouncer named Teron Ghostin. That's what she did. She sold that nigga laptop to this nigga and sold his clothes to this nigga. You see how these bitches ain't shit? You see how these bitches ain't shit? She ain't even sell it to a nigga on the street. She sold it to a nigga in the club that if he get caught with it, it directly come back to you. Like, that's why I said these niggas is dumb. Why would you sell the merchandise to somebody that directly comes back to you? Why wouldn't you go to the street and sell it to Boo Boo the Foo-Foo? That if they find it, they don't know. They just say, I don't know who I got it from. I got it from a black person. I don't remember what she looked like. You wouldn't sold it to a nigga in the club that know you. That if he get caught with it, he gonna immediately say, oh, I got it from Gina Conway. I got it from Gina. These niggas is retarded. I hate saying it, man, but that don't make no sense. You gonna go sell this shit to the bouncer. To the bouncer. A nigga that directly know who the fuck you are. You guys to be kidding me. You guys to be kidding me, gay. Sold it right to the bouncer. So it says she didn't go and C-Max didn't call him. By all accounts, he received nothing from the robbery whatsoever. Get the fuck out of here. When the police arrived at the Holiday Inn, they found Plowden trying to escape with the money that Conway and Letterman hadn't found. So Plowden was trying to get Ghost. So Plowden, when the cops came, Plowden was trying to escape with the money that Conway and Letterman didn't find, around $30,000, and Taylor corpse in the hotel room. So you know the cops took that. You know the cops took that. He's so stupid. He's so stupid. He lost that. The cops took that 30,000, dog. That's part of a crime. That's part of investigation. They took that 30,000. Easy. Plowden was trying to escape with the money that Conway and Lederman hadn't found, around 30,000. You know the police took every bit of that money, man. Every bit of that money. Every bit of that money he took, man. Got rid of it. You mean to tell me you couldn't get rid of 30,000 before the cops got there? You mean to tell me you couldn't get rid of $30,000, man? I'd have got rid of that shit fast. Nigga, what? I'd have knocked on somebody else's door and said, hold this for me. Nigga, I would have got rid of my money. They wouldn't have been able to find me. I would have left the scene immediately. I'd have been like, I fear for my life. I'd have got away with my 30 immediately before the cops got there. You got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me. And Taylor's corpse was in the hotel room. Plowden immediately told the police what had happened and said they went in search of Conway. Plowden, joy at surviving the ordeal was short-lived. Upon finding Gina at Golston's apartment in New Jersey, they found his laptop too. Plowden had been embezzling money as part of an elaborate mortgage fraud. Damn, so these niggas was in the mortgage fraud. That's how they was getting money. So Plowden was embezzling money. Part of an elaborate mortgage fraud. So these niggas had a mortgage fraud scheme and was subsequently charged just days after Conway herself was caught. Ooh. So Plowden ended up going to jail too. Y'all. He ended up going to jail for embezzling money and mortgage fraud. So that's how these niggas was getting their money. These niggas was robbing niggas out here. These niggas was had an insurance, a mortgage scheme going on. I don't know. I got to check and see where this shit was. We're going to run Plowden paperwork one day too. We're going to do something on Plowden. Upon her arrest, Conway immediately told the police that it was Lederman who killed Taylor, and that it had been Max B who had arranged the whole thing. The police arrested Max and Lederman. Max was charged with murder, robbery, conspiracy charges, and bail was set at $2 million. Max couldn't afford it. Lederman, for the record, denied any involvement. While Max was stuck in prison, Jim Jones was doing great. He had real buzz going on. We fly, Bax reportedly claimed that he had his hand in most of Jim's output. After a couple of months has passed, Jones hit on an idea in exchange for paying Max bail, then $90,000. Jones would have Max sign a new record deal, signing over all his publishing to Jones. Damn. Yo, you foul. You foul. These niggas is foul, dog. Yo, these niggas is foul. This supposed to be your homie. Yo, these niggas is foul. So instead of going and getting your nigga out of jail, because this is what real niggas do, right? If you my homie, we've been getting money together. We've been doing music together. Instead of you getting in a jam and I just come get you out of jail because you my homie, I come up with an elaborate scheme to take your publishing and make you sign a new record deal. If that ain't the most grimiest shit in the world, what is? That nigga didn't go get him out of jail because that was his homie. He loved him. He was looking out for him. He went and got this nigga out of jail because he saw it as a